biographies dredges up the occasional raised eyebrow, but leafing through the pages of our first guest's life could give you a full-on facelift. Known to millions as French and for Saunders fans as one half of Raw Sex, he's the drummer and presenter who literally lived every second of the 80s like it was his last. A comedian too, he was at the forefront of the alternative comedy scene and here to relive some of those hedonistic days. Would you please give a big welcome to Rowland Rivron.
Oh dear, hello. I know. It's been, what, 12 years?
A long time, yeah.
What's hanging off your belt?
It's my front door key.
Now, do you know what? In case you get lost.
Yeah.
That's the sign of a true drinker.
Trying to get it in the thing is a nightmare. I have to carry a stool round with me.
It's like a kid with his gloves.
Shut up.
He has to have the elastic through the sleeves.
I can bring my cab forward, you know that.
Now, Rowland, can I just say, before,
Yes.
having worked with you in the past, and thank you very much, I'm in your book. I looked for myself. I cannot believe that you are still alive.
Well, you know, there you go, you see.
You are, but you've been through some scrapes, haven't you?
Yeah, there's been some close shaves, but, you know, I've survived. And the thing is, I think people that don't survive if they like a drink are people that really don't enjoy drinking.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoy drinking, and I enjoy drinking because I have a laugh when I drink. I don't get all maudlin and then throw myself off something.
No, me too, exactly.
I might ride down some stairs on a bike.
Yeah.
But, you know...
Didn't you do that at the Groucho Club?
Yes, I did, yeah.
What did you do? You went from the top of the stairs down, and
Yes.
what happened?
I went flying over the handlebars and third-degree carpet burns all down one side of my face. Thankfully, the bar stools stopped a lot of the momentum, but I broke a bone in my hand. I was just horrendous.
Obviously, we don't advise any children watching on half-term to take their bike upstairs.
Were you supposed to be working at the time?
Well, the following day, I was supposed to be drumming with Jules Holland and his big band, but I had to phone him and tell him my hand was in plaster, which didn't go down too well.
I'll bet.
Because I was depping for his regular drummer that had a heart attack 6 months before. And they said, oh, no, we'll have to get Gilson out of retirement. And he's still got a dicky heart. I said, well, I'll try, you know, and so Gilson did it very tentatively with brushes.
How much research have you had to do? Because I'm really surprised that you've remembered so much. There's a lot in there that I remember that you don't remember, obviously.
No.
Like Edinburgh, for instance.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, pulling the huge, great big Nestle. I did a radio show that was sponsored by Nestle, and they said, can you come and do the big procession that they have at the Edinburgh Festival on the first day where all the different floats are going along? I said, oh, well, all right, I'll give it a go. And I turned up there, and there was this huge, sort of inflatable mug of Nestle coffee that I had with a chain. It was like I'd done something wrong. It was like people throwing stuff at me, and I just had to sort of pull this big Nestle thing, and there was loads of protesters because Nestle were making powdered milk, and they didn't want to do it. So suddenly people were actually throwing things at me. I'm covered in chains, and I'm walking slowly through Edinburgh.
Well, let me throw another...
Cup, wasn't it? It was
Paul Ross was in the cup hiding.
Paul Ross was in the cup.
Let me throw another scenario at you,
Yes.
because I've too had the great pleasure of... we worked on travel shows together.
We did, yes.
Now, there was a incident, a 3-day shoot in South Africa...
Lovely.
Where you disappeared for 2 days with some Mexicans?
With some Mexicans, yes.
So what happened? Because we never found out.
Yeah. I don't really remember. I've had most of the tattoos removed now, so I can't even trace where I've been.
Do you still drink, Rowland? Can you still...
Of course I do, because I enjoy it, and it makes me giggle.
And it makes you mad, obviously, for you to do, like...
Well, I mean, there is that, but, you know... You know, if I didn't like drinking, I'd stop and go to bed. You know, I mean, at the many time I've gone out with some friends and wouldn't you know it, 16 hours later I'm there, Billy No Mates, thinking, hang on a minute, I was chatting to someone a minute ago. I think I've been out with you for 16 hours.
Yeah, we have.
So what do you think of the ladette culture of the 90s? Then?
I think it's a shame. I think it's a shame how women are portrayed. I think it's something to do with their eagerness to be equals. It's like, whatever men do, we're going to do it. Hey, look, he's drunk. let's get drunk.
Yeah.
Do you?
and they
What
don't.
if they just like a drink?
They like a drink, but then they maybe they've got something in their heads. Maybe women, you might be able to help me. Have you got something in your head that just can't switch off once you start going for it?
Ask her.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm the same as you, really. I just like to have a drink, and
Yeah.
it makes me laugh. And if it made me sad, I would stop doing it.
I
And,
know,
and that
exactly.
is when you have a drink
And
problem.
there's horrible stories you hear about people that, you know, drinking too much vodka, these kids, you know, getting alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
They're not drinking to enjoy themselves and have a laugh. They're drinking to see how much they can drink. You know, it's like you get a car. Let's see how fast we can go. You get a ladder. Let's see how high up we can get.
Yeah.
Aren't you reuniting with your band?
Pardon?
Your band?
Raw Sex,
Yes.
Ken and Dwayne, Ken Bishop, the partially deaf
Yes.
keyboard player, and his stepson Dwayne, the
Yes.
alcoholic. Yes. They're getting back together. There they are. There's some with some friends. There's Tina Bishop. Look, Kathy Burke in the back there.
Helen Lederer, is it?
Helen Lederer in the front.
Yeah.
And
Are
Eduardo.
you all getting back together?
No, just Ken and I. Just the pair of us.
I
We're
can
gonna do
still
some
remember
gigs.
that theme tune that you used to sing.
Boop-a-doo-ee-oo.
French and Saunders, and your bongos. Bop-doo-wee-woo.
That was the quickest song we composed. It's like, what are we doing? We're doing a theme tune for a show called French and Saunders. French and Saunders. Bop-a-doo-wee-oo. It's in! Done! Fine! Great!
You're a genius. How long did it take to write the book very quickly? And how many people did you have to check facts with? Because obviously your memory can't really be relied
Originally,
upon.
the book was called Out to Lunch with Rowland Rivron. You see what they were doing there with the title? And basically, I was going to track down about 30, 40 people that I'd worked with over the last 35 years, go out for lunch with a little recorder, slowly get drunk, and hopefully get them to dish the dirt about me. Which
Great
few of them,
idea.
I know, a few of them did. I said, please tell me when you were going to, I was going to be sacked and you know, somebody was going to throw something out. Nobody did. Everyone kept saying, yeah, you were a bit of a trial, but it was all right. So I accrued about 27, 30 lunches. The first lunch was 6 hours long. Yeah, and the last hour and a half on the tape is just me and James Strong, this producer, going, yeah, it's a great idea. Yeah. I'll tell you what.
Well, if you want to read in more detail about Rowland's drunken revelations, then his autobiography is out now. Thank you for coming by
Thank
today.
you.
Rowland Rivron, everyone.
Thank you.